All right. Then I will go through the rules very quickly so that everyone knows what to do. I will send them to you as well. Wait a second.
But they're in the notebook, right? Where
They're
everyone can read it.
also in the notebook, yes.
Yeah.
But I also have made a Google Docs document. I sent it you in the TeamSpeak
That's
channel,
nice.
so you can look it up there as well. Malte, could you please pick the red color?
Can do that, yeah.
All right. Then, yes, you can see on this map the drill camps. They are marked by the
Don't need that
tents,
anymore.
and the harbors marked by the little boat. We have 5 drill camps. There's one drill camp that is neutral, like here in Illinois. And yeah, you have 4 harbors. At the end of one round, when everyone has made their move, we will use the watches right here on the with the time, and every round there will represent 1 month. So the point of contention maps that will be played on the point of contention areas right here will be diced on a different pool as the other maps that will be diced on, you can see on this little map right here. There are some dice symbols, and if you fight in one of these areas, yeah, well, the map will be diced. The other maps you can see if you hold on this the little blue icons right here, you can see which map will be played on which area. At the beginning, each company have a total man of 5,000 men. If you drop down with your men below 500, you are not allowed to attack anymore and have to retreat into a drill camp and get more strength. On foot, you can always move one field. That means, yeah, well, simply one field that's attached to the field you were already standing in. With the train connection, you can move 2 fields, but the only thing you need to know here is that the field you want to cross have to be an allied one. So you can't just go over another field that's neutral or in enemy hands. Also, you have to remember that if you attack while crossing one field with a train, you will take doubled losses in the battle. So on mountainous terrain, you have to wait 1 round until you can move again. But there's one bonus if you do that and get attacked on the mountain, you will get a little less losses, 33%. Yeah, you can use the boat. That will take 3 turns, and yeah, it will take a time, but yeah, you have to know if you want to do that or not. There can only be 1 company at a time on a field. There can no 2 companies in 1 area. Only in drill camps there can be more than 1 unit. If the drill camp gets attacked, I will toss a coin, so we know which company will take the losses for this battle.
To your Witcher. Sorry.
All right. Yeah, you can retreat 1 or 2 fields. That's up to you. If you want, if you know you are, for example, the next turn is yours, then you can, for example, retreat 1 field after battle and then attack directly again. Or you can retreat 2 areas so the enemy can't attack again so quickly. If the balance of power between 2 engaging companies is higher than 5-1, the smaller unit is forced to retreat. It is not possible to for the units that the units will fight. The only exception is that if you cannot retreat at all, you have to fight. There's no other way. If you cannot retreat at all and you lost the fight, your unit is destroyed, no matter of the numbers. So be careful. You can recruit new men in every terrain, but be aware that one soldier costs $2. Only in drill camps, one soldier costs $1. It's possible to send over troops to an allied unit if both companies are in adjutant fields, but both units have to remain there for one round. Victory conditions are if all enemies are destroyed, or if you have 4 of these point of contention areas at the same time and can hold that for half a year. Or if, well, January 1866 is reached, then the faction with the most areas in their possession will win the game. Yeah, you can earn money by taking areas. For example, if you take a neutral area, you will gain $20. If you take Chicago right here in Upper Illinois, your whole faction will gain $20 each round. If you take one state, they are marked here on the little map by the orange marks. The whole faction will gain $50, but that is only possible if the whole state were neutral before. So be quickly there. If you take a field that was in enemy hands before, right here, for example, in South Carolina, if you take that, you will gain $50 for gaining that field. You can gain $100 for taking an enemy drill camp or an point of contention area. After every battle, the winning team, the winning unit, will get half the losses in dollars. It's like looting the enemy. If you attack with a boat and there's an enemy unit placed in the harbor, we will play the map river crossing. And if the defender loses the battle and try to retake that area, then there will be played the original map that were set on this area.
Can you retreat vibes or no?
You can retreat by boat if the next harbor is in your hands. If the harbor is neutral or in enemy hands, you cannot.
And that has to be the nearest harbor?
That has to be the nearest harbor, yes.
Okay, yeah. So if you went to Maine and then pushed off and you guys held this one here, then I wouldn't be able to retreat and I'd just die.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, yeah, got it.
So be careful. You can only move one harbor to each. So you can't move from Florida to Maine. So you have to move from Florida to Virginia and then from Virginia to Maine.
Right.
So yes.
Because it's
the
like
maps,
two moves, right? I see the things in the sea.
Exactly. To the maps, I will play the game master. So if we, for example, start this now and then we play for 2 times the same map. So we play, for example, today Hooker's Push, and next week again. And after that, it would be again Hooker's Push. I, as a game master, have the right to dice the map if I want to. So we have a bit variation there. Yes, are there any questions left?
Yes, about the railways.
Yes.
So do they apply to the entire state or just where the graphics show them going?
Where the graphics show them going, so
Right.
you can only use them there. You can see right here in New Hampshire there are 2 railroads, so you can, for example, move from Maine to New Hampshire, and then from New Hampshire right here to New York. That's possible.
Could you move from this one here over to that one?
No.
Okay, because you have to switch
yes,
where the railroad.
exactly.
Okay, good. All right.
All right. Anything else? I think other questions might be coming up while playing, so I think we can start. I will toss a coin to decide which faction will begin with the battle. I got asked if the officers of each faction could be in a separate channel, so you could discuss. You are better to discuss strategies or something like that, so the enemy won't hear what you are planning. So I would recommend that the Union officers will go one channel down, and the Confederate officers can stay here, and I will switch between both channels to help you guys play the campaign.
All right.
Alright.
Okay, and then this will be the first round at all?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
All right, then the Union officers can switch one channel down,
User
and I
left
will
your
toss the
channel.
coin.
You have to move them because it's
Ah,
a
okay.
protected
It's-
channel.
Ah, okay. Then I will move them. All right.
Joe,
User
are you
was moved
streaming
out of
this?
your channel.
Because if you are, I'll share it on my Discord.
I think that's it.
I think
Okay, sounds good.
Tails will be Union, so let's see. Ooh. Okay, just flip it off the map. Where's it? Oh, there. So it's Tails. So the Union will begin. We will start then with the 51st New York and go. That's why I placed you in this. I hope that the Union would start. If not, we would have take the other round. So in this case, the 51st will start, then the 8th Florida, then the 52nd New York, then the 8th Alabama, 20th New York, and 18th North Carolina. Then I will switch down to the others and hear what they want to do.
Sounds good.
User left your channel.
What's the plan then, boys?
I would say because the West is economically more important and the West militarily, we should start seizing provinces in the West, especially if possible to Illinois, because it gives us a much needed boost.
And just hold on the
on the
East
East Coast are less provinces which we can seize, but it's military of course important because of the railway line.
Yeah.
I would advise getting one unit at first on the right side just to secure the railway that they don't invade that much, and two companies seizing as many territories as possible in the West. Firstly the railway line to Kentucky. But Illinois should be our main target. If we manage to secure Illinois, we have a much needed economic boost in this. That's my
Yeah,
opinion.
it seems like getting the income's really important because, like, getting $20 for taking an area isn't that much. So I can imagine you end up losing troops after a while, unless you
That's
take those
10
economic
soldiers.
areas.
10 soldiers when you recruit normally, and 20 soldiers if you recruit in a drill camp.
User joined your
All
channel.
right. So for the Confederate players, you can all pick one little soldier here on this side, and place it in a drill camp you want to spawn
channel.
in. So for you guys, you can either spawn in the drill camp in Louisiana or the drill camp in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
Georgia, you mean, or?
Florida here, right in.
Okay.
So you can do that right now and adjust the number of men to 5,000 each company.
Alright, so are we doing it like this? Two companies in the West, two in the East at the start?
And
Yes.
for explanations, no worries. I, as a game master, will not take part right here. So for that I have to switch between the channels. I will not play the 20th New York in the event.
By the way, which of these are the 8 Alabamian icons? for
Yeah,
the
just
West?
right click it and then just name it in the name
Ah,
at
yeah,
the
okay.
bottom
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Well, I think we should start in Florida, obviously.
Right click and then?
Below you can name it.
Ah,
There's name and in the description you can write 5,000 men.
Alright, can I... Okay, I need to spawn in the same region as the other guy here, which is at the moment unnamed. Or, yeah, I have to, or do I can start here, for example? I have to start there, right?
Yeah,
By
right.
the 18th, okay.
Himmel, du musst noch deine Mannzahl hinschreiben, 5000.
Sorry, Harris?
Du musst noch die 5000 in Description reinschreiben bei deinem Männchen.
Ah, the 5,000, okay. Give me a second. Thank you. Alright, done.
Then let me quickly switch to the union and hear what they want to do.
User left your channel.
Okay, so Hawk, it's very important that you don't lose South Carolina if possible. You just need to hold South Carolina, okay?
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Mostly, if you can do this. Yeah, we would as planned take as many territories in the west and then transfer back with the railway line to assist you.
Yep, sounds good. We'll just fight defensively then.
Yeah.
The only thing I'd be worried about is them sort of going past us on a boat, but I mean, that's something we'll have to deal with.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they actually do this because it's very risky, but if they do, you can take the railway line to intercept, I think.
Yeah.
How many fields can you move on the railroad?
2.
2, okay.
So when you start in South Carolina, that would be, yeah, like one or 2 turns for you to reach Florida.
1 turn with the railroad all.
Yeah,
to
but
South Carolina would be two turns.
Oh, okay.
Two in the first turn and then 1 in the second turn.
yeah, because the transport craft is in the southern Florida province.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
you know.
but they can't start within 2 of South Carolina, so I should be able to hold it.
Yeah, okay,
You
great.
have
They have
to
to start in Delaware, I think.
you have to remember that units are not
User
allowed
joined
to
your
channel.
stay. You have to remember that units are not allowed to stay on one point longer than 1 turn, so you have to move around the whole time. So it would be recommended to move into North Carolina and maybe Virginia to get us some territory. And if the Union is attacking you or making pressure, then you can retreat after all. So
Sounds
not
good.
That's a good
waiting in
idea.
South Carolina.
I would say you try to take North Carolina and then immediately retreat. So if the Union captured us, they don't get the full bonus from taking it, you know?
Yeah,
Tobi?
yeah.
Yes.
I have a question, if I may.
Sure.
Okay, is there an element to stealth to this campaign? Is there a way to stealthily move troops in the sense of, I mean, it's kind of strange that, for example, let's say troops are moving along the coast of Alabama towards Texas and that the Union immediately knows where they're going. Or is there no mechanic like that?
We don't have a mechanic like that for now. That's why we play test runs like this to see if it works or not.
I know,
But,
I know
yeah.
this is all just test, but I was just wondering if that's already there.
No,
and
it's
if
An
an
not,
interesting idea, though.
Yeah,
more.
I would suggest that maybe that is given some thought. Thank you. That was
Yeah,
all.
that's a good idea. Yes.
If
Yeah,
we can
fog of war
put
is
fog of
interesting.
war, yeah.
So yeah, at Florida, it's your turn.
All right, we'll take the railway up to Georgia.
Yes.
By the way, Winkler, I would advise
User
that
left your
one of
channel.
us takes the railway to Kentucky and secure it, and the other takes the province of Illinois. In the turn, which one you wanna take
User
first?
left your channel.
We have to use both the railroad to get into Kentucky, and from there you can move to Indiana or Illinois. So
Is
we
it
both
possible to use the railway when the territory is neutral? By the way?
no,
Oh, okay.
but you can use from Mississippi to Tennessee is either neutral. Why is Tennessee neutral? What the heck? Okay, never mind. Yeah, you can move then into Tennessee, but if you want to
User
move into
joined your
Illinois, you have to
channel.
move into Kentucky or Missouri, so we have to go both the same way. And then we still have, what is that, Arkansas?
I think so, yeah.
We also have to capture Arkansas, but yeah, it will take some time, and in the meantime you are alone in the north, so...
Question is okay. I think there's one Union unit, the 52nd, is the only one in the west, right?
For now. The 20s can also move to New York if they want to.
But what
actually think
if
they
User
make an
joined your
eastern
channel.
push.
Alright, the 52nd made their
Maybe.
move, so the at Alabama is at the turn.
Okay, then okay. Can I move to the right now? To the right?
Yes, you can move
So
to
here,
the
right?
Yeah.
Alright. Ah, damn it.
Alright. Yeah.
User left your channel.
I will go north then.
Yeah, it's to secure the provinces. The money. Yeah.
So I can't take the railroad into North Carolina. I go to South Carolina
Nope.
first, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
Can you move your monitor a little bit to the right? I think
What is that?
Are you
Arkansas?
streaming the map?
User joined your
Alright.
channel.
Schimmelfennig?
The 20th moved, so
Yeah,
the
I'm
18th North
streaming
Carolina
the
is
map
at their
for
turn.
Harris and
Yeah,
Greenberg.
Okay, I will stalk you if you don't mind.
Sure.
Seems like 2 Union units go down the south.
Ah.
Mm,
Or maybe they
I think the
just-
20th is also going to the west.
I hope so.
Yeah,
But they are stuck in the Appalachian Mountains for
yeah,
2
I
turns.
think we will be at least quicker to secure the railway to Kentucky.
Ah, so if you're on the mountains, you're stuck for 2 turns.
For 1 turn.
Yeah.
As long as we
Okay.
can secure the railroad to Kentucky, then we've got the flexibility to move around a lot.
Yeah.
So I think
I
we're
think
good.
the most important city for us in the east is Georgia, the main point over here of the flags.
Yeah.
If we can hold that, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll try and push up as far as I can because defense in depth is better than shallow defense, obviously.
Yep. I mean, there's no strategic advantage in the east because all maps on the east coast will be diced anyway, so we only have static maps on the west. So, for example,
Yeah.
if we're able to hold Ohio, we can play Hagerstown Turnpike. But
Yeah.
that's not the greatest idea at all.
No.
Props to Tobi and his team for this map. It looks quite nice. Very nicely detailed.
Thank you.
Credit where credit is due, mister.
So Winkler, where do you want to move? Alright. Just remember, if this little yellow point is not on the hill, there is no mountain terrain for you. So you don't have to
Awesome.
remain 1 round there, because the little yellow icon is on the ground.
As far as I know, the only mountain terrain are the Appalachian Mountains.
Yes, that's correct. Alright. So that was the first round.
By the way, a small
Yes.
question, what's the rule about the 2 states, which should be Oklahoma on the left side of the map?
Yes,
Is that also a state, or?
Like you can see here on the little map, we placed them to Kansas and Missouri.
Ah, okay.
So you need all 3 for the whole
Oh,
state.
God fucking damn
Oh
it.
boy.
User
That's
left
gonna
your
be
channel.
tough nut.
Oh, right, yeah, because most of the states are broken up, aren't they? Yeah, that's good that the way it's been divided up, because obviously in the Union territory there's a lot of
User
very
joined your
small
channel.
states. but
All
it's
right,
all
at
some
Florida,
square.
it's your turn.
All right, we're going to push up to South Carolina.
By the way, can you right now move to North Carolina?
Yes, that's
No.
possible.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you,
it
the
is
railway is,
possible.
in province.
You can you have to move through the field you're moving through have to be
Yeah.
an allied one, so that is
Oh, so
possible.
I can
Okay,
move
great.
to
So,
North
so
Carolina,
you
yeah.
now can deny
do
the
that then.
Union
So you
further
move.
advancing
Perfect.
and taking the territory of North Carolina
Perfect.
for their own.
Yes.
By the way, what's our plan on the Western Theater? When
User
8
left your
Alabama is
channel.
moving towards what is it again? Chicago and defending Indiana or maybe Ohio. What's our task? Should we try to get the 2 states, Missouri and Arkansas, completely for the Confederacy, or should we also rush north and reinforce the front?
I would say taking as much territories as possible, because I would suggest we go for the economic win, so seize as many territories as possible to have better recruitment. And,
So you go
and
on the
supply.
late game.
Well,
Yeah,
Do I
for
need
late
to?
game.
Oh yeah, you give me some money. Nice, thanks.
So it would be an ironic victory for the Confederacy through
Yeah.
economy.
So I
What they
would say
crucially
taking
failed
so I would say taking as much territories in the west as possible for you, Winkler. Why I'm trying to hold the
User
Kentucky
joined your
Illinois
channel.
line.
All right, then 8th Alabama, it's your turn.
Just wait
Alright,
until we have
so,
British intervention.
Can
later
I
on.
go to this province and then use the railroad? No, I have to move. Can I move there, by the way? Here?
No, that you can't do that.
There, okay.
But you can move to Mississippi, and then in the next round you can use the railroad.
All right, got it.
All right. Then 18th North Carolina, it's your move. All right, and that was the next month.
That's not Confederate money.
Yeah.
This is work in progress, keep in mind.
Exactly.
User left your channel.
I'm expecting Jefferson Davis on my dollars.
Jeff Davis. Yeah.
But these are more expensive.
By the way, actually, how
The problem
important
is our
are
currency
these
won't be
points of
worth anything
contention
compared to
again?
theirs, though.
On the map, for example, this one in Georgia. What do they exactly again do?
What's that? Sorry.
Something, I think. I think if you capture the point, I think the team with the most capture points at the end of the timeline wins, and if you capture all enemy strategic positions, you should also be able to win. So
If
Okay,
you
so-
own 4 points of contention and you hold those 4 points for half a year, then you immediately win.
Oh, okay.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, we're starting
So you don't have to
1863.
take all
Okay.
of them. You just go take 4.
Yeah, our
Okay, it's really good for them to have three points of contention like in their reach, but
A
we have
small
to move all
area.
across there.
and
Yeah.
all accessible by railroad.
Yeah,
I like
That's all
really
right. but
unfair.
We all chose the Confederacy because it's harder to play on the losing side. You know what I mean?
If it wouldn't be a
User
challenge,
joined your
then
channel.
what's the
So,
point?
the Union made their move. The 51st wants to attack the 8th Florida in
Ooh.
North Carolina. So, you can't move right now because you're under attack. The other units will now make their move. And
One question, Tobi,
yes.
maybe for the future advice, we would say the points of contention are very in favor of the Union right now, because you see they are close together and connected by a railroad, where ours are a bit more stretched around.
Well, I mean,
just-
2 of the Confederate ones are basically connected by a railroad.
You simply have to move the Georgia capture point 1 field south, because then you have the railroad crossing and the capture point, which makes more sense that it is an
Yeah.
important territory.
Alabama.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Montgomery. Yeah,
Yeah, right, I will
Montgomery
write
is,
that down.
Montgomery is important. It's the second largest city of the Confederacy, as far as I know.
Yeah,
All right, so I can now move to what is this, Tennessee? Yeah.
Georgia, the biggest
yeah,
Confederate,
Also, there's
anti-Confederate.
Atlanta in South Georgia.
Wait a
as
second.
well, right?
For
Wait.
the 51st, for the 52nd
Ah.
to make their move.
User
Sorry.
left your channel.
Oh, we have our first battle.
What are the rules for the battle? Will we have
User
the
joined
Alright,
your
so
We'll roll
now
for
you
the
can
map
move
on that
Schimmel.
one, but we'll be defending.
Tennessee
Of
is
course.
just one capture point, right?
Tennessee is this point of contention, and this on the right here.
Then I want to take the point of contention here.
What
Yes.
are the rules for the battle? Will we have the same setup like on the past Grand Campaign, with the unit who is defending is leading the battle, and is the more or less commanding unit on this on the field, or what's the actual plan for the battles itself? Is there something from the campaign affected from the campaign side?
Well, I think that was the idea, that the units that are attacking or being attacked kind of like determine the strategy for the match.
Of course.
But I find that when we do it where, like, I'm, say, one person's like a battalion commander, it just kind of goes to shit. So I'd we'll work out a plan before the map, but I don't think it'd be much different to regular events.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm not
alright.
going to run around the field telling you guys what to do.
Yeah. Then the 20 New York can now move. Wait a second.
User left your channel.
What does that 0-0 means? Huh.
It might just be a UI bug with the game.
Yeah, I need to dodge the volunteers in their drill at the moment. Ah!
How many? Oh,
No, I
no,
said I
one.
need to dodge the volunteers. I heard their voices come closer in the game while I was tabbed out watching the stream.
And the good thing now is, boys, that the Union is like stuck in the east because they can't advance any further, and we can freely run around in the west and taking territories.
Yeah. Okay. So,
interesting.
I think they try either to open a new front around Kentucky or Tennessee, or maybe if they move farther south, they want to encircle the Florida in North Carolina. I suppose possible.
The 20s New York capture want to capture the whole hill.
Now it's the 18th. Your turn.
I'm trying to go one province then to the east to secure whole of Tennessee, then one to the north, and then left to Kentucky and try to use. Oh no, it's not railroad is neutral. Forget about it. But yeah, and to the north and then to the railroad again. And then at least Kentucky is under our control. I hope I can be there in Illinois.
I just hope that your Tennessee campaign goes better than Hood's.
Move towards Indiana and try your best, because I will move now direction east to both territories of Missouri, then one field down back into Arkansas, and then back on the railroad line, and then I can move either west or north depending on where the 20th New York is going.
Keep the 52nd in the east, and then we can do whatever we like in
By
the
the way,
west.
is it? Do you suggest I take at first Tennessee and Kentucky as a whole province, or just secure the railway line and then rush to Indiana?
Move to Illinois and capture Chicago, because Chicago is more worth than any state at all. If you gain per round $20, that's a lot of money for the whole team.
Turn as well, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. Then let's say fuck off Tennessee and Kentucky as a whole. I take the railway line, then move to Illinois
I will
directly.
take care of that later when I arrive back in Mississippi.
Yeah, it's $20 per round. That's really, really nice.
Oh, I don't have to go to Mississippi. I can walk from Arkansas directly to Tennessee. Okay.
Through Missouri.
Huh?
Through Missouri.
Yeah,
why would you go all the way back to Mississippi?
I will walk directly to the east to capture both territories of Missouri, make one step down to get the last piece of Arkansas, and then from there move into Tennessee, and then maybe to the last neutral part of Tennessee, so we have at all 3 states captured.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alright, then we have our battle for today. We ended the round, so
are we not keep playing?
No, because that could be a bit unfair, because the 51st and the 8th Florida would be stuck there now, for now.
Hast du schon deinen Move gemacht?
That's the plan, Tobi.
And
check in the east.
So we will have 1 server or 2 servers?
That depends on the units, on the numbers for today. I always try to fit everyone on one server, but if it's not possible, I will look that the 51st New York today plays against the 8th Florida, and the other units will be balanced on that server. And
but then wouldn't it be wise to play until we have a second battle? Because I can tell you we do not all fit to one server.
Yeah, I know, but we discussed that. But the problem with that is sometimes it takes quite a while to get another battle.
I think it will be going quickly when it's going to be out Illinois. I think 3 to 4 rounds, and we have a fight about Illinois.
The more important question, whether or not we start running into, continuing moving turns now, which wouldn't really make sense considering that it's supposed to be a month.
I think it's just a problem because we've only got 3 versus 3, right?
If we are in the situation that we are playing on 2 servers, how is that going to be evaluated? Which side takes the victory? Let's say if the Confederacy on one server wins both matches, and on the other server the Union wins both matches. How is that going to be going?
Yeah.
Or if the Confederacy wins?
I think there's only one live server.
Yeah. So
Okay, so the other server is just
fun.
a battle, but it doesn't have any influence on the actual.
Yeah.
but
For example, in the situation right here,
Mhm.
if we have the numbers to go that we have to go on 2 servers, the second server will today play just a normal Saturday event like always.
Okay.
And on the first server, we will have the campaign event. On the first battle, I will dice the map they are going to play today. That will be the first battle, and let's see who wins or loses this battle. And the second battle will also be a fun battle then.
I see. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you go first.
It would be. It's a bit difficult because of the numbers. I think they can say something like we want, if it's possible. Yeah, exactly. If it's possible, I can try to do it so. If not, it's certainly not possible because it would be then unfair in the event.
But isn't it like the one company or the 1 or 2 companies have to play like the fun round? Isn't it a bit boring for them? So I think there is no really good argument against like playing until we have a second round. To be honest.
Imagine staying on the point of contention and you get attacked there, and you keep playing because not another battle is set up.
Yeah.
And for example, the Union tries to make some time to hold this point while the units are stuck there, and just getting chased by the others, and the time goes on, and they have won.
If we keep playing, then you'll have to attack the 20th, because otherwise they're going to encircle us while we're fixed in position, and just destroy us in the first turn.
Yeah, so just to keep it fair, we did
I
it
think.
this way.
I mean, it's just because we've got 3v3, right? But later in the campaign, like next week, I should imagine there'll be a lot more battles organized.
Yeah, that's just the beginning phase. So if the game goes on, there will be, I think, enough fighting right here in Illinois, Indiana, or something like that. So later in the game, it will be no problem to set up two battles.
The first couple of weeks is going to be armies moving into position, and then afterwards is going to be the armies punching the shit out of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
So for now, it's going to be a little slow paced.
I think it's interesting. I mean, we can try it.
Interesting. That depends if the companies are up for something like that or not. Because if they don't want to, I think they don't have to. So, but if everyone agrees with that, that
I
could
think
work.
it would be, considering that this is a trial run anyway. I think we should consider that as an option. Simply because if we're basically saying now, so this is a new event that we're starting, and the entire company can't actually participate and influence it in the first couple of matches because, well, let's say we're stuck all the way out in the west and we don't have an enemy there, so we don't get to play on a server, or we didn't get picked by the other company to side with them. That might rub a lot of people sour. But I'm not the event host. I'm just my 2 cents.
No.
I think it could be interesting to send some guys and mix them together on the second server then.
for example. I think we can discuss this more in the pre-meeting then. Let's see the numbers first and look what we can do then. I would.
Sounds good.
You can bring this option to the union, and then they can discuss now a little bit, and as you said, then in the pre-meeting we make it
Hear their verdict.
fixed.
By the way, Greenberg, please look up your Steam messages. I think you get no notification because you're offline.
Yep. I always get no message.
All right then. That was your idea, JoeHova, right? No. I'm just asking. So could you? I think you could explain it better to the union players. Yeah, or come just down with me one channel. I will take you with me, and we can explain it very quickly if they what they think about it. And for the others, I think that will be it for the tabletop round today. And I will see you guys in the pre-meeting then.
Thanks for putting all this work into it. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Let's see how it's going.
Let's see how it turns out.
And we're going to defend North Carolina with our last breath, man.
One thing.
Yes.
I almost forgot. Wait a second. I have to dice the map that is going to play. Let's see what it is. We have the 21, and this is Roulette Lane.
Oh, okay, not too bad.
So that the 8th Florida is defending. You will play as a union today to defend the roulette lane.
Okay.
And the 51st is attacking the roulette lane.
You know the Winkler, you mentioned house rules for the Friday events. Is that on the Saturday ones too, or no?
I don't know.
I'd have to ask Tobi, I guess.
Yeah, what do you guys think? I think it's a good rule. So if you want to set this rule in the Saturday event as well, we could do that. Or if you think you want to don't use houses in the Friday event and you want to use houses in the Saturday event, we could do it as well.
Joined your channel.
It depends on you guys. What do you want?
I would say keep it consistent, so that we don't have to constantly swap between rule sets and have to explain our privates. Yeah, you can do this in this event, but you can't do this in this event. I think that would be confusing. So, but again, just second lieutenant.
All right then.